Floyd Schofield and particularly his father today. His father actually named you as his favourite fighter. What do you make of that?
I think his father is a clown, so he could try that now, but he's a clown.
He said that he was just trying to build a fight, and actually he admires you in terms of your skill set and what you offer in the ring. But he said he believes that his son stops you this weekend. So just your reaction to that comment?
Fuck him. I really don't give a fuck what his dad talking about. What is he talking about? Has he said anything? He's kind of quiet.
Yeah, so he said in the same interview, it was both of them together, and he said that he knows you very well from sparring. He said he actually was a fan of yours at first. He pinpointed a time when you took a photo with him before he fought Keon Davis as an amateur. He said you asked him for a photo.
Did he win when he fought Keon? I bet you Keon beat him.
I'm not too sure because he didn't actually say what happened in that, but
I bet he didn't say that part.
All right, welcome to the Really Dope Podcast with your boy King G. Today we're going to talk about the Shakur Stevenson fight with Floyd Schofield. Now, Shakur Stevenson is 22-0 with 10 knockouts, and he's 27 years old. Whereas Floyd Schofield is 18-0 with 12 knockouts, and he's only 22, but he ain't had a lot of testing. He hasn't been tested like that yet. But this fight right here, like, don't get it twisted. I think this is a great fight for both of them. And be honest with you, Shakur Stevenson is showing that he's willing to do what it takes to make these good fights happen, these great fights happen. Because once again, you're talking about a guy who hasn't really proved anything in the lightweight division for real yet. But we know that Floyd is a good young fighter. He's a really good young fighter, and he's on the up and coming. But in no way, shape, or form should he be fighting Shakur before Gervonta Davis. I mean, that's just me. I actually think that fight should happen before anything. But regardless of the whole thing, it ain't happening yet. But I do think that it will happen. I think that Gervonta Davis is going to make that a point for that fight to happen before he retires. And I also think that, Shakur don't even want to go out without fighting Tank Davis. But going back to this fight, don't sleep on it. I do have Shakur Stevenson winning. I will never go against Shakur Stevenson, just like I won't go against Terrence Bud Crawford. Those are two fighters that they got a certain type of talent that only certain people can beat and I haven't seen those people. Now, in Shakur Stevenson's, when I'm talking about Shakur, when it comes down to Gervonta Davis, then yeah, I can see that. That fight could go either way. So I'm not saying that Shakur can't lose that because Gervonta got that electrifying power that can knock anybody out. So that is what it is. It's just, for me, if they was to meet, then it would be a really, if it went to decision, it would be hard for me to see Gervonta winning a decision against Shakur Stevenson, just like it would be almost impossible for me to see Shakur knocking out Tank. I can see Tank knocking out Shakur. I can't see Shakur knocking out Tank. I can see Shakur winning a one-sided decision, but I can't see Gervonta Davis winning a one-sided decision. So it's just one of those things. But Floyd Schofield is not to be looked over, and I'm not looking over him. I think he's going to be he's going to be a great competitor. But I'm not saying that he can't win it. I think he's young, and it reminds me of the Felix Trinidad-Fernando Vargas fight, whereas Fernando Vargas was great, and he was young, but Felix Trinidad was just too seasoned. He was already fighting them really big fights already. He had already beat Oscar De La Hoya, and things like that. So he was on a different plateau in his career. So when Fernando got to him, wasn't that Fernando wasn't good, it's just that it was too much too soon. And I think that this could happen in this fight. I think that Shakur Stevenson could possibly be too much too soon for Floyd Schofield. But I could be wrong. I have been wrong, right? I mean, it happens. It happens all the time. So I've seen young fighters, and I'm sure if you in boxing, you've seen young fighters shocked the world. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, we saw Lomachenko come in after one fight and beat Gary Russell Jr., who everybody was talking about was so fast nobody could touch him. But then Lomachenko comes out with a 1-0 record and beats him. So those things happen. Same thing with Leon Spinks. He beat Muhammad Ali with only 7 wins. So it can happen. But I'm just talking about when I look at from the skill point of view and from the eye test, I see Shakur doing his thing. But we're going to see about that. So let's see. But I want y'all to tell me what you think. What you think about this fight. Who you think going to win? Do you think it's going to be a landslide for Shakur? Do you think Floyd Schofield going to catch him with the power? Because he does have power. He can hurt you. But I've never seen Shakur hurt before. So nobody even knows if... I think Shakur has a chin. I just don't think it's like... it hasn't been tested like that. I think Gervonta the only person that can really test it. I don't think nobody else really can, but we'll see. But I haven't seen him like rock. Like I seen Devin Haney rock multiple times before Ryan Garcia put him out. So I wasn't, surprised when I saw Devin hurt. But I ain't never seen Shakur hurt. And he been in there with some punchers though. But he don't take no punches. So that's the difference. So let's see. So with that being said, it's your boy King G with the Really Dope Podcast. Let me know what you think about this fight, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.